Hello, welcome to this video. We are asking the question, and that is, does play therapy help sensory different kids? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's just jump right in. I love answering these questions first with the short answer. And the short answer is yes. Yes, play therapy absolutely 100% does help sensory different kids. So let's talk about the how and why it helps sensory different kids a little bit here. So first of all, let me say that there's a great space in our work as play therapists or child therapists, mental health therapists, where we might be working with a sensory different child, and it is very important to maybe make a referral to an occupational therapist who, note, is trained in sensory evaluations and sensory processing work, because not all occupational therapists are. So it may be really important that we make that referral. And then there's a great space where we can even work collaboratively with an occupational therapist, where we are supporting each other and enhancing some of the same goals, but also kind of doing our own different things too. But it's a really nice collaborative experience. I've experienced that, multiple times over the years. And I really think that the two disciplines and professions of occupational therapy and play therapy do share some things in common, which makes that collaboration really work and really beneficial. So there's a really nice, important space there that we need to remember. Within the play therapy realm, it's probably something where we're going to be working on multiple therapy goals. Helping the child with their sensory differences would likely just be one of the therapy goals we're working on, along with maybe helping them learn how to regulate their system, maybe addressing trauma responses, or navigating something socially. So there's probably other goals involved in there too. But I think one of the things that we can do that really relates a lot to their sensory system is help them with regulation. Help them learn about who they are as a neurodivergent, sensory different child, affirm that identity, that experience, empower them in that, especially in their own self-worth about being neurodivergent, and then help them understand how that system operates from head to toe in terms of dysregulation and becoming dysregulated, and then being able to regulate their system when they are bombarded, sensory wise, or there's a trauma trigger, or there's a fear-based response. And oftentimes those things just kind of overlap and go together. And so just helping the child learn about their regulation system and how to regulate. And oftentimes that means taking care of their sensory system and their sensory self in terms of being able to regulate. And sometimes things that they can do that are pleasing to their sensory differences can really help with their overall regulation of their system. And then the other thing that I think is really important is just making sure our space is sensory informed and sensory affirming. So our playroom, our office, our waiting room, that we have a setup that is comfortable and pleasing for the sensory different child and not dysregulating for the sensory different child. So we need to know this information about the child, right? So we can make sure the space they're walking into is something that is going to be regulation supportive and not something that's going to dysregulate them. I have a whole video on this YouTube channel that you can watch about a sensory welcoming playroom that gives a few more ideas and tips on that end of things. And also there's a blog article on the AutPlay website, on the Aut Thoughts blog page about this as well, if you want to read more about it. So that's the answer to our question. Yes, of course, play therapy can be helpful with sensory different children. And I hope that that makes sense now. And that if you want to learn more about that, you'll check out some of those other resources that I mentioned. Thanks for watching this video. Please come back, watch more, subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate those subscriptions. And if you want to learn more about AutPlay, you can always go to the AutPlay website, which is simply autplaytherapy.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.